Hi guys, it's Mika Martinez, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to measure e-commerce SEO success. I'm going to teach you which metrics matter the most and which metrics are less important, but still important and you should still keep track of. If you don't know who I am a Shopify SEO expert. I've been in the SEO industry for over 6 years now. I've worked on over 200 SEO projects, and I've helped scale some of them to over 7 figures in annual revenue. So let's get to the video. How do you measure e-commerce SEO success? So this is something that I really believe in. The number one KPI you need to track is revenue from search. Effective SEO is revenue focused. Traffic and rankings mean nothing if you aren't making a profit or if you aren't getting an ROI on your SEO efforts. You want to use Google Analytics 4 or Shopify Analytics to track this. Again, traffic and rankings mean nothing if you aren't making a profit, because what happens with some of these Shopify or e-commerce SEO campaigns is that agencies rank a lot of blog content, and what a lot of brand owners, e-commerce brand owners, fail to understand is that the blog content will not actually drive significant revenue growth. Significant revenue growth comes from ranking your shopping pages, your product category or product pages. And yeah, so effective e-commerce SEO comes down to ranking those high buyer intent shopping pages, not necessarily the blog posts. So yeah, the number one metric you want to track is revenue from search. Are you generating a positive ROI on your SEO efforts, right? If not, then it's not really effective SEO, because like you can publish a ton of blog content, you can drive a lot of traffic via blog content, but if that traffic doesn't convert, doesn't really result in tangible benefits, or doesn't really mean anything, right? Next thing is traffic. So traffic is important in the sense that it is a precursor to revenue, right? Like if traffic is going up, revenue should go up if you're doing proper SEO. So when you look at your organic traffic, you should simply see an upward trend in organic traffic. And we suggest using GA4 to take a look at that. Don't forget to filter out traffic from other sources. Again, you just want to look at organic traffic or traffic from search. Okay. Next is keyword rankings. Again, traffic and rankings are not as important as revenue from search, but they're, indicators that you're moving in the right direction, especially keyword rankings, because for traffic to increase, usually you need rankings in the top 3. But before you get into the top 3, you will get some top 10 rankings, some top 20 rankings. So these are all precursors to traffic and revenue. Like keyword rankings are precursors to traffic and revenue, right? So before you get the traffic increase, you'll usually see an upward trend or improvement in keyword visibility. Your keyword visibility should improve, right? You'll see more top 20 rankings, you'll see more top 10 rankings, and then eventually you'll see more top 3 rankings that will lead to organic traffic growth, which should lead into revenue growth if you're doing proper keyword research, if you're targeting the right keywords. To track this, you can use your favorite rank tracker. We personally use Ahrefs. Next, conversion rate. So that's another metric you want to track. Your conversion rate should go up. If you're ranking for high buyer intent keywords, it means that people are more likely to buy. If someone's searching for handheld blender, they're very likely to buy a handheld blender, right? If someone's searching for blackout curtains, they're very likely to purchase a blackout curtain. And that's why it's important to rank for these high buyer intent keywords, not the blog posts. If someone is searching for some, blog post topic or informational keyword, it's still important because you're improving your topical authority, you're improving your relevance, you're getting that top of the funnel traffic, but it may not convert as well as the buyer intent keywords, right? So the goal is to rank the buyer intent keywords. And if you're ranking the buyer intent keywords, your conversion rate should go up, okay? We recommend using GA4 or even Shopify Analytics to track your conversion rate. Next is user experience metrics. So good user experience, especially these days, the way the algorithm is built, actually improves SEO, right? So you kind of want to track bounce rate, time in site, and pages per session. You can use Google Analytics 4 to track these numbers. They're not as important as traffic, rankings, conversion rate, but they're quite important these days, the way the algorithm is built. Like the key thing here is to make sure that the content you're publishing matches the intent of the user. Like it's actually answering or providing the user what it's looking for, right? Next is more of like a lot of the previous KPIs we're talking about were more output dependent or result dependent, right? Right now we're going to shift into more of like inputs, like the actions that you are taking as an SEO to drive that result, to drive results and to achieve that success, right? So number one would be backlink profile. So you want to actively analyze your backlink profile with a tool like Ahrefs or SEMrush. One thing that I like to point out though is that DR and DA are not reliable metrics. You want to look at the actual backlinks and referring domains. I'm going to give you 2 examples of why DR and DA is not a good metric to determine the strength of a backlink profile, right? So here's an example. The site Joe and Bella, you see that their organic traffic in the last year has pretty much like over 10x, right? Probably even more, like 15x. And you can see that over the last year, their domain rating is still the same, 31, right? It doesn't give you a true measure of how their backlink profile has changed over the last year. If you just look at referring domains, you see that they have acquired a lot more backlinks over the last year, but their domain rating has stayed the same. Just showing you that domain rating or domain authority, as a metric here on Ahrefs and SEMrush are not going to really give you much insights. What you want to really look at is backlinks and referring domains. And you want to go through the list of backlinks and referring domains. That's how you truly measure the strength of a backlink profile, right? Not like a simple number measure like DR or DA. You want to actually sift through the actual backlinks, and that's how you determine the quality of a backlink profile. Okay. Next, content coverage, right? So you want to use keyword research to cover topics that matter to your audience. And again, that's another input that you can measure your e-commerce success by, right? You want to use a tool like Ahrefs or SEMrush to do that keyword research. And the last thing is content quality. You want to make sure that you're answering customer questions fully and clearly. The way we like to do this is simply by Googling our target keyword and making sure our content is as good or better than what's currently ranking, right? You can even copy paste like what's currently ranking on like something like ChatGPT, and then copy paste your piece of content. And then you can ask AI to give you an unbiased opinion on which content is better, how your content can be improved, etc. The goal here is basically just to make sure that your piece of content is, actually the best result for a certain search term, right? And yeah, that's it. Those are the 8 ways to measure e-commerce SEO success. The first 5 are based on results, and the last 3 are based on the inputs that you need to put in to get those results, right? This is a quick video. I hope this was helpful. I hope this helps you understand or give you an unbiased opinion of how you're actually doing when it comes to SEO, right? Like if you aren't getting a positive ROI in terms of revenue from search, then you may want to rethink your keyword research strategy. If you're not driving the organic traffic yet, you want to take a look at the keyword rankings. Are the keyword rankings improving over time? If not, then maybe you need to adjust your strategy accordingly, right? So yeah, that's it for now. I hope this was helpful. If you want to learn more about e-commerce SEO, Shopify SEO, I recommend you subscribe to our newsletter. We send at least 3 emails a week. There's a link in the description. Yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for listening. Cheers.